So hi all, COVID is increasing day to day numbers and numbers. Almost everyone are getting affected in this COVID. So the best and the only way which we have found is to get vaccinated. So there have been a lot of myths, a lot of say comments and suggestions about vaccinations. So in India presently we have two vaccinations, coaxing and Covidshield. And to know the difference between what these two are and what these vaccines are made of, in this video I am going to just talk a brief about what is Covidshield, coaxing, and what hypersensitivity reaction we can expect. And any vaccine will have hypersensitive reaction, and it doesn't mean that because of this Covidshield or Covaxin vaccines we have hypersensitivity. They are absolutely safe, and it has been tested a lot of time, and it has been given to us though in a short period of time. Our scientists, our pathologists, our biotechnologists have done a very great job, and our frontline workers have done a very great job to bring this vaccine to us. So stay safe, and here we so, what is emergency use authorization of vaccines? So, in some cases where the disease is going to be deadly, it is going to bring a lot of risk to us. This emergency authorization of vaccines is considered and it is brought in. So, in India, we don't have much. There's no specific policy for the approval of this emergency authorization. So emergency approval can only be granted if known and potential risk of vaccine is more beneficial than the potential risk of a disease. So getting on to Covishield and Covaxin. So number of doses in each vial in Covishield is 10, that of in Covaxin is 20. So once the vial is open, it has to be used within certain time, and it cannot be stored or something. So please don't skip your vaccination appointment, and if you're not willing, please don't give an appointment by itself, because vaccines are getting wasted that can be useful to someone else. So physical appearance of Covishield is clear to slightly opaque, okay, colorless to light brown, can be, and Covaxin is whitish, pucker translucent. So the dose is both two doses of 0.5 ml each. So the second dose for Covishield is 4 weeks apart, whereas the Covaxin is also 4 weeks apart, but it can be out of a range of 4 to 6 weeks. That's okay. Fine. And storage for transportation both are +2 to +8 degree. So much efforts is taken to transport this vaccine at +2 to +8 degrees Celsius, and shelf life is 6 months for both the vaccines. So they have made effort to make it 6 months, so you have to use it within 6 months. So coming on to these vaccines, what these vaccines actually contain? So Covishield is based on something called as viral vector technology. So a virus vector technology uses a harmless version of a different virus. Okay, so this different virus is called as a vector to deliver information to the body that helps it to protect you. Simple words will say we are giving some other virus, okay, that can mimic or something related to this corona. For example, so in case of this coronavirus, everyone would have seen this coronavirus with spikes over it. These spikes are the target for this vaccine. So the vaccine teaches your body to how to make a copy of this spike proteins. So if you are exposed to the real virus or coronavirus, okay, your body will recognize it and know how to fight it out. That's the use of vaccine, and this is how it works in case of Covishield virus vector technology. So next comes Covaxin. It is based on something called as whole virion inactivated vaccine. What is this whole virion deactivated or inactivated vaccine is that this virus is inactivated or deactivated. So it is like a dead or like attenuated form. What they do is like they are in weakened, they don't cause disease to us, and once they are sent into a body builds immunity against it, because it doesn't cause a disease, but the virus is exposed and the body will produce immune system. Our immune system takes care of it and produce a lot of antibodies for us in the body to fight it. So once we get exposed to this COVID or coronavirus, what happens is that this antibodies take over it, and there will be an extra fight from our immune system with the help of this vaccine against this coronavirus. So there are nasal vaccines which is under development, and what they can do is that they can even prevent asymptomatic COVID because it generates local IgE antibodies in our body, and the cutting of chain of transmission and bringing in an end of this pandemic. So the future is about nasal vaccinations which we can actually await for us. So whichever country is finding it, it becomes great, and I believe that our country finds it first. So other vaccines of this world include companies from Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson, and all these have 2 doses in 3 weeks, 2 doses in 4 weeks, 2 doses again in 4 weeks respectively, and the one Johnson & Johnson is the one with single dose vaccination. So the vaccine type is mRNA vaccine first, and the second Pfizer and Moderna is mRNA vaccines, and AstraZeneca is adenovirus vector, the vector technology, and again Johnson & Johnson is adenovirus vector. So the disease prevention trials have been given, and the result was 95% efficacy with Pfizer and Moderna. This is a world vaccine which is all over the world, so anyone who is watching out of India can benefit. And for AstraZeneca it is 70%, and sadly Johnson & Johnson is 66% efficacy, mainly because of the single dose. So hospitalization and death prevention results are 100% for all these four. So whoever gets it, even though it is 75 efficacy or 66% efficacy, your death rate is 0, because and the hospitalization death prevention result is 100% with all the 4 vaccines. And this is of Jan 2021 up till Jan 2025, and this has been given. And storage requirements, a refrigerator is enough for AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson, whereas Pfizer and Moderna requires minus 70 degrees Celsius and minus 20 degrees Celsius for Moderna. So these are the 4 vaccines which has been used worldwide, and coaxing and Covishield has been proved more efficacy. Even there is a result from coaxing claiming them to be 75% efficacy, and in case of severe disease they have been shown to have some 100% efficacies, but people claim, but really how much efficacy they are, researchers are needed. But Indian vaccines are more safe, not much of hypersensitivity reactions they are reported from the Indian vaccines, both Covishield and coaxing. They do a fantastic job. And so, to be more curious, to add more curiosity, I'm going to say something about syringe, what they use for giving us this vaccine. This is called as auto disposable vaccine of 0.5 ml, and it is of 0.1 ml is also available. So the number of auto disposable vaccines syringes given is equal to the number of vaccination bottles given. So the reuse of it can be prevented, the malfunctioning of it is prevented. So one vaccination, one syringe per person, and it is auto disposable. That is called auto disable system. Auto disable system is used, and COVID vaccine is a liquid vaccine, hence there is no requirement of reconstitution of this syringe. So I'm going to now brush up who all should avoid the vaccines, and have a list here which I'm going to read out for you. And it's on people on immunosuppressive agents such as methotrexate. Remember the name methotrexate. Should stop the drug 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after the vaccination. So next is rituximab, given for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, rheumatoid arthritis, should be avoided at least 4 weeks. Okay, and those being treated for blood cancer, or who have been given a bone marrow transplant or something, they have to be wait at least 3 months after the treatment, so that to have better benefits with these vaccines and not having a effect on the treatment of blood cancer or bone marrow transplantations. And those being of monoclonal antibodies can be given vaccine safely, as it is not a IV vaccine. Okay. right? So to add more, the bone marrow transplant persons has to wait until their absolute neutrophil count becomes normal. So any one of us who is planning for a surgery, it is advised to take this vaccination 2 weeks before your surgery so that you don't get affected during your surgery or your hospitalization time. So in this video, as a part 2 of our vaccination discussions, as it said, we have a vaccine. I have shared you guys about coaxing, Shield, and other world manufacturing companies such as Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson. To conclude, coaxing and COVID both are very good. Their hypersensitivity reaction is comparatively less, and hypersensitivity, any vaccine we have a hypersensitivity reaction. But with this two, I feel about biotech or the Serum Institute, both are manufactured as a very good vaccine. It is in circulation. Please get vaccinated. Don't believe any myths. Read everything about vaccines. Don't believe about any myths. Of course, you can bring your natural immunity, that is good, but in the case of this pandemic situation, no other go. Just have to take a vaccine because modern problems require absolute modern solutions. So thank you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. That will help me in doing more such videos. Please comment if you have any queries or if you have any suggestions for my video, and I'll be waiting for it. And thank you so much. Have a nice day. Please be safe and let's all fight together this corona pandemic. Bye.